Thanks for your interest in becoming a Kind Voice. Our Kind Voice listeners are awesome people who want to share their abundance of kind energy with those in need of a kind voice. This video explains who we are and how our process works, and then goes into the steps involved with becoming a Kind Voice listener. We're a combination of a radio call-in show plus a peer counseling hotline. We take elements from both to create our own specially designed process to connect those with a kind voice to those in need of someone to talk to. Like radio call-in shows, you can call us on a whole range of different topics. And as a Kind Voice listener, you can select the topics you are comfortable talking about. So we suggest you pick ones that you love to talk about so that your natural enthusiasm will shine through during the conversation. We're different from radio call-in shows in that they exist to entertain an audience, so it's necessary for them to keep things moving and entertaining. We exist to have meaningful one-on-one conversations. We are not professional counselors, but neither is the guy talking sports on the radio. It's important to understand our niche. We do not pretend to be better than counseling services, as these are professional people who do a great job. We are Kind Voices who are available to listen and talk one-to-one free of charge. If professional advice is needed, then we can help the caller find a professional counselor in his area. Peer counseling services are mostly available in high schools and colleges, but with any kind of counseling service, there are barriers, like admitting one has a problem. At A Kind Voice, we lower the barriers to help people connect. In our process, you will play the role of the interviewer, as if you were the host of a call-in radio program, and the caller will be treated as the expert on the topic he is calling about. During the interview, we'd like you to ask questions to help him share what he knows about the topic. To be engaged in what he's saying, provide enthusiasm or empathy when appropriate, but to steer the call in a positive direction so he can share the best of himself. Your role is to create so much good energy that the caller will be in such a good place that he'll want to do something kind for someone else. He might even want to become a Kind Voice listener. By good energy, we don't mean a pep talk. More subtle good energy will be better than giving the caller a sugar high. The conversations you have may veer away from the original topic, so try to recognize jumping off points and let the caller take the conversation in the direction he wants to go. Your role as the interviewer is to flush out what the caller wants to share. We hope that most calls will be great experiences for both the listener and the caller, but some calls will get into choppy waters. In those situations, imagine yourself in a lifeboat with that caller. You must both row to get to the shore of a positive result. But as the leader, you must not only row yourself, but must show the caller how to row. Because if you are both not rowing, you will not make it to the shore. Our goal is to have no ship sink, meaning to get every single caller to a better place. Every single one. When it's time to end your conversation, it's important to wrap it up in a way that leaves the caller in a good place. In cases where additional assistance is needed or would be beneficial, please go to our hotline screen where there's a link for professional counselors. If you click on that link, the caller can type in his zip code and get a whole list of professional counselors in his area. For more severe situations, the screen has a list of key hotlines who can provide more immediate assistance. We also have a link for Meetup.com, a website which helps people to find and join groups unified by a common interest. Lastly, keeping the identities of the caller and listener confidential from each other is real important to us. So we have a system for that. The calls are connected via a conference line that hides the identities of both parties. If all this sounds like it's got some potential, then please complete the questionnaire below this video. Then we'll contact you to schedule a phone conversation with a Kind Voice coordinator to discuss our process in detail and answer any questions you might have. After that, we'll have a few practice calls. Then you can go live and have conversations with actual callers. Thanks for listening. We look forward to hearing from you.